Hi guys, Daylith TN, Michelle, and I'm going to bring you along today from making some fudge for holiday gifts. And this is not just any regular fudge. Actually, I wouldn't suggest letting anyone under the age of 21 have this fudge. Alright, what we're going to need here is some Ghiradelli chocolate chips. These are the 60% cocoa bittersweet. We're going to need 11.5 ounces of that. These are a 10-ounce package, and don't worry about trying to write down the recipe. I will have it below in the description box. Okay, we're going to need 2 sticks of unsalted butter. We're going to need 25 large marshmallows, and these are going to be ripped in half so they'll melt easier. We're going to need some powdered sugar, whole milk. Needs to be whole milk. I don't know why, but that's what the recipe called for, so we're going to go along with it. Some vanilla extract and 5 cups of sugar. Yep. I have it over here in a pot on the side already. But yeah, 2 pounds of sugar, 5 cups. I know it's a lot, but bear with me. Okay, now the reason being that this is not your mama's fudge, it's because of this. We're going to be adding some Jack Daniel's Sour Mash Whiskey. That's right. We're going to make this an extra special spirited fudge. Now I'm going to do this a little different this year, and I'm going to split the recipe in half. I'm going to do half of it in Jack Daniel's, and I'm going to do the other half in Bailey's Irish Cream. So we'll see how that works out for us. So anyway, let me get things kind of set up and going here, and we'll bring you back. Got a little of my prep work done. Normally this is done in a 9x13 pan, which you would put foil down in and butter it up really good. But what I've done is I've just gone to the dollar store and I bought some 8x8 pans like this, and I've just buttered them real well. If I tear them up and get them out of there, it's no big deal. But since I'm trying to do 2 different flavors this time, I don't want to have to try to do a full pan and divide it somehow or another. So I've got my 5 cups of sugar in a pretty heavy bottom pan that, that's what the recipe calls for, just large pot with heavy bottom. To this, we're going to add our 1 cup of whole milk, and lose our recipe card in the meantime. We're going to put our 2 sticks of butter in here. 1 and 2, and we're going to put a teaspoon and a half of vanilla as well. And we're going to get the heat going on underneath this. There's the teaspoon, and there is the half. We're going to stir steadily until the mixture comes to a boil. And then we're going to boil it for 3 minutes when it does. So let me get all this mixed together, and we'll bring you back when it starts to come to a boil, or when it's come to a boil, because I don't think you want to sit here and watch it for 3 minutes boiling. So we'll be back when we're ready for the next step. We are starting to boil here. A little bit. Yep. So we're going to start our timer for 3 minutes. Be sure and time this. It's important. So there we go. 3 minutes, and you're going to stir this constantly until we're ready till we're at the end of our time, and then we're going to take it off the heat. So we'll be back then. Alright, got this off the heat now, and we're going to add in our marshmallows that I've cut in half. There's 25 marshmallows here, and they're sticking to my fingers. Get in there. And we're also going to add, get there, add the chocolate. Now that's 10 ounces right there. Excuse my dogs in the background there. And we're going to add just about a handful more to make the 11 ounces. And we're going to stir this to get it all mixed in. And sorry for the noise. Something's got them wound up. let me go see what my dogs want, and we'll bring you back once this is all mixed together. Okay, at this point I can see this is probably not a good idea to try to split this recipe. If I could get into the Jack Daniels, because it's already starting to harden up on me. I've split my powdered sugar in half since I'm dividing this recipe. I'm going to put a 1/4 cup of Jack Daniels in this cup and a 1/4 of powdered sugar, and I did the Baileys already, and I'm going to mix this together, and then I'm going to split the batter into another bowl and spill powdered sugar on the towel. I'm going to say that's good enough because it's going to get mixed in to the chocolate. So real quick, and this is going to be hot, hot, hot. Let's split this. Let me show you the chocolate right quick, how it's starting to set already, which is a good thing, kinda. So let's split this and I'm going to apologize for my arm being in the way. I'm going to kind of have to eyeball that as being about half there, and let's see, well, let's do this. Okay, and this one I'm gonna add my Bailey's mixture, and I really need a spoon more than a fork. I thought whisking would be a good idea, but that's good. Okay, get us a spoon out. Oh gosh, this is gonna be so good. The Jack Daniels version, I have to say, it was pretty potent last year. And the longer it sat, the better it got. You do want to store this in the refrigerator if you're not eating it right away. Okay, so let's get that mixed together. Like so. If I thought I could do this in the pan, I would have, but I don't think it would do very well. And this way I get to lick the bowl. Okay. Let's get it in our pan right quick. Get that out of the way. I'm hoping y'all can see me okay? Yeah. Alright, again, I'm going to apologize for my arm getting in the way. But we're having to work quick here because it's hardening up on me already. Get in there. Might need a spatula to get all this out. Hardens quick. And I tell you, it might. This made so much last year, and I've only got one or two people who really like Jack Daniels. So this is for the tried and true Jack Daniels fan. You don't have to use Jack Daniels. As you see, I'm using the Baileys to give this a try. It's melting the butter that I stuck in there. But that's okay. It's going to go in the refrigerator. Let's wipe that off. Okay. Lick the spoon. Okay, Bailey's is pretty subtle in there. Alright. Let's get that one moved out of the way. Let's get this over here and get the Jack Daniels mixed in. And the dogs are back. There they are. Okay, let's give this a little taste and see how strong it is. Still got too much sugar. Definitely taste the Jack Daniels, but I'm going to add a smidge more. Just a smidge. And mix it in. And hopefully it'll still sit. Okay. Get our pan here. You know what? Something tells me I'm going to need a decent spatula, flexible spatula. Oh yeah, I didn't get that quite half, did I? Because this pan's filling up pretty quick. Alright, I'm going to finish cleaning up this mess, but here we go. When we cut this up and give it a little taste test, then we'll let you know how it is. But for now, it's going to go into the refrigerator for a little while so it will set. Okay, we ended up, the fudge is all finished, and we ended up dumping it out of the pans and getting it cut up before I remembered I'm supposed to be filming this. Plus my husband was helping me, so it just kind of, let's get it done. As you can see, I've got a pan of it here. This large size over here is the Jack Daniel's fudge, and I've got one little section over here for the person who I'm giving this to tonight, for their wife, which is the Bailey's, so that they can try it. To me, the Bailey's, it turned out wonderful. I don't know that I would try to split this recipe again. That was the Jack Daniel's is not quite as potent as it was last year. So either I really needed to divide my batter a little better and increase the Jack Daniel's in it so that that Jack really pops in there, or just go ahead and make a whole batch of the Jack Daniel's and a whole batch of the Bailey's. I'm going to say right now the Bailey's is my favorite at this point. I'm not a big whiskey drinker anyway. I don't drink whiskey at all, but the Bailey's is divine. So I would make a whole batch of that, and I definitely could give it away as gifts. For other thoughts, you can, there's so many varieties of stuff that you can use in this recipe to change it up. The cinnamon whiskeys that are out there, I know that there's the Fireball, Jim Beam puts out one, Jack Daniel's has a cinnamon whiskey too. Peppermint Schnapps would be wonderful in this fudge. What are some of the orange liqueurs, like, I'm drawing a blank. Triple Sec or Grand Marnier. We're getting a little expensive on that stuff, but it would be good. So anyway, thank you for joining me on this. I hope you'll give this recipe a try. I'm sorry I'm not going to do a taste test for you. I've already been eating on this, and I'm going to probably go bounce off the walls now and drive my husband crazy cleaning things like a mad woman to burn off all the sugar intake that I've had taste testing already. But it's really good. Makes great gifts, but like I said, it's not for kids, so be sure you warn, if you make it and give it as a gift, be sure you warn anybody who has children not to let their kids get into it. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or send me a message or email me. I'll be happy to answer you as soon as I possibly can. Hope you give this recipe a try. Give it a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Happy cooking and Merry Christmas, y'all.